Hey everyone, welcome to Collector Chatter. There was a ton of shit that dropped, and we can't wait to talk about it.
Collecting is the way. Also, rest in peace, James Earl Jones.
Now let's chat.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Collector Chatter. This is episode 110. I'm your host Migs, my co-hosts Charlie and Trey. What's up, guys? We are back.
Happy to be back.
Yeah, happy to be back. Took a little time. Had a lot of stuff going on, but we are good. We're ready to talk about some news, because that's essentially what we really got in, Funko wise. We got some drops, some interesting stuff, some drama, some, a little mix of everything that we're going to talk about, some NFT stuff, because it's been a minute. We got some new stuff there. We're just going to kind of just shoot from the hip. Got a bunch of different stuff we want to just kind of bring up, and each of us will kind of, go through our part. Like Charlie said, I was going to start with the James Earl Jones. Obviously, rest in peace. That's a legend. If you're in any type of fandom, he's pretty much connected to you in a way, because he's done so much like legendary stuff. So yeah, that was a pretty big loss. I mean, he was 93, so he lived a
greatest villain of
great
all time,
life.
Darth Vader.
Dude, yeah.
Greatest animated character,
greatest
Mufasa.
line.
Yeah.
Ever. Greatest old man in a great baseball movie.
Yeah. The Great Bambi.
Yeah, it's a big loss though, but we'll move forward. But I don't know if you got anything that just screamed out like, okay, I gotta talk about this, because we got kind of a bunch of stuff.
I want to start us off about Eddy Funko, the new evil version of Freddy, which is making his debut in Funko Fusion, which is the video game that's coming out next week, which it seems to be getting pretty good reviews from the people who are playing it so far. And I actually think it does look like it's keep getting cooler and cooler. But I'm bringing up this Funko because, as we all know, there's the Fusion Pops have been hitting stores. This one was Funko Shop exclusive. It came out with it was a battle. I'm going to mess up the name off the top of my head.
Mecha Freddy.
The Mecha Freddy. That one still there. The Eddy sold out within 24 hours. And, people were getting pretty hyped, and I was upset that I didn't get it because I actually really wanted it. I didn't think it would sell out. And then it was funny. I made a post on Diss Trackers, which started a whole debacle between people. I was like, Diz, do you think this is going to restock? And people are like, it ain't restocking. Like, sellouts are real now. And then other people like, if you're a real Funko fan, it's going to restock. And it legitimately started a fight between this one girl and a bunch of other people. Of course, she just kept telling me, like, you guys don't know what you're talking about. It's restocking. It's restocking. It's restocking. Well, as we all know, there now has that notify button on there. It is restocking. Mm-hmm. So I'm happy about that. But also, a lot of people brought up a good point. They're like, Funko's probably just going to restock these ones anyways because they are part of the game. And, I'm curious what your guys' opinion, one, on the Funko Pop, and two, like, does it bother you that maybe these will continuously be restocked because they want people to be able to enjoy them because they're buying the video
game? Honestly, I kind of did miss on it too. Honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I was like, maybe I'll just wait till it's like on sale or something eventually, because I didn't honestly think it was gonna sell out, to be honest. But it is cool. But I mean, I guess maybe some people are right. There are more sellouts now, but the fact that they actually made the notification, like notify me or whatever, maybe it will only restock once, because other than this one, there hasn't been anything like that since we've been having these sellouts. Like, what is it, Arthur the Clown? I don't think he hasn't notified me, and that one's been sold out for almost a month now. So I don't know, maybe
Dragon Ball Z, I think there was a Funko Shop exclusive.
Yeah.
And part of me is like, I guess the reason I want to bring it up is, do we think this is only being restocked because of what it is?
Yeah, I think so. Just because also the game's coming out probably this week or the week after. I don't know when the game's coming out.
I think it's next week.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure they want to capitalize on it. Maybe this is their way of showing, hey, we're not going to miss opportunities like we did before back in the day. After the game comes out and the hype is no longer here, 6 months later, they're going to drop more, or the pops. You know what I mean? Like how they used to do it. Like even with the holiday stuff. Like now, we talked about a few months ago how we had the glow in the dark Mickey or the light up Mickey and the Jack, and those actually showed up before Halloween. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they're trying to maybe under the new umbrella. Maybe they're trying to actually capitalize on the holidays games.
It's funny you bring that up. You can actually get some of the stocking holders already
Yeah,
in September.
and
Wow. Good job, Funko.
yeah, and even the ones where we talked about, Charlie, about they kind of look like ornaments. The Mandalorian. I actually saw those
Yeah.
in store just recently. So
It's wild.
yeah, like I said, maybe they're trying to actually capitalize on this. But overall, it is a great pop. I actually like the Mecha Freddy too. I've seen these in store, like the other ones, like the Megan, the He-Man, and all that. They look cool, but I don't know if I'll get it. Maybe after I play the game, I'm probably gonna want them.
Yeah. So the Eddy one to me is like pretty sick. I mean, I think that's probably the best looking one of the
Agreed.
two that came out. The Mecha one's pretty interesting, but I think there was someone that posted that the Eddy was like 7 or 8,000 or 6,000 were loaded, and then the Mecha had like 12 or 13. Like it had obviously more, so it makes sense why the Eddy one probably sold quicker. I mean, I expected probably one restock. I don't think this is going to be like an ongoing thing because it's a Funko Shop exclusive. Even though it's like the game, like I don't think they've ever really done that. I think usually like it may come back and maybe randomly they have a few and they'll come back again. But I don't see it like just continuously coming back. I don't think, but mostly because of that whole sticker thing, Funko Shop exclusive. But who knows? Because there's obviously other Fusion Pops and stuff like Trey was saying that are already out there and stuff. So they clearly have more characters. I'm sure they'll keep this line going for a while with the game. And when there's new characters, downloadable characters, whatever, they could just make them into a pop and kind of keep it going. It is a pretty sick looking like Freddy though. Like, I mean, it obviously lends towards my main collection of like horror stuff. So it definitely fits into that. But it's also cool to see some of the other characters that they've shown that are like Eddy versions or 85 or whatever, which actually a bunch of them are going to be in New York Comic Con. Well, at least in the leak list, they're from Fusion. They're like Eddy versions, so it's like whatever that character is with like the crazy eyes and stuff. So it like fits into that like whole thing. But it is going to be interesting to see what happens with that pop. Whether it's the hype. Honestly, I personally think it's because there wasn't too many of them, and it was a cool looking pop. And people are excited, obviously, for the game. Perfect timing. The game hasn't been out yet, but soon. So it just kind of fit the right time to get a sellout, in my opinion. But, who knows? I guess we'll see. If you guys are excited for it, definitely let us know if it's something you guys were able to get. I mean, like I said, I wasn't thinking it was going to sell out. Like, I was surprised, Charlie. I thought you really wanted this and you were going to go after it, like, right away. So I was shocked when you said you didn't even get to get it.
I mean, I was trying to get free shipping, if I'm being honest, because I hate paying Funko shipping. And I was like, another Funko Pop will probably come out within like a week or so that I will want, and I'll get it. Because once again, I didn't think it would sell out. I don't think I've been so upset about a Funko Pop selling out in a long time. Because you're right, I've been all over this one. I think this is super sick, and as someone I've been I know we all haven't been buying as much as we did in the past. Like I need this one. Like I'm even curious because I know you're kind of like not getting anything, but will you try to get this when it comes back?
I mean, I when I first saw that it was coming out, I did kind of be like, oh, that's a pretty cool one, but I don't know. I'm very, for those that don't know, I'm like really, 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 really almost out of the game in the sense of like just completely not buying stuff, at least for a little while. So I don't know. Like based off of a picture that I saw on the New York Comic Con, there's a Chucky one. Yeah, like that thing looks so sick, and like maybe that, and we're going to Comic Con, so like maybe that would be one that I would get, But I don't know. I'm not getting the game. I don't really have interest. Like it seems cool, but I don't have interest enough to like really, go crazy for it. But yeah, that one was definitely sick. So surprising that it sold, but I guess we'll see. We also had it's football season, and we had some NFL related Funko news because they just released a Pop Yourself football version, which was pretty cool because we've kind of seen this like little thing where they'll come out with special, the Dun King special one, and then obviously they did the Wolverine and Deadpool. Like they usually do like different stuff, but now they're getting clearly more licenses to do the pop yourself, which we've said from the beginning we always wanted that. It's a start. I'm not gonna say like it's the best, thing they could have put out, the best product, but at least it's like a start. And like one of the main things is you can either do a t-shirt or a hoodie with your team. They're all pretty much either like white or gray. I think the t-shirts are white and the hoodies are gray essentially, right? Or maybe it's a mix.
Yep, nope, that's totally right.
So, and it's just a logo on it, pretty plain, nothing crazy. I kind of wish they did hats personally. Like you can still get your character to have a hat, but it's just plain. It's only the t-shirt or the hoodie. And then I do like the, having the football, having the foam finger. I think the what's that thing called? Freaking horn thing like cheerleaders use. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like they have cool like things to it. And obviously you can pick any team. So I don't hate it, and the box is different as well. It's kind of got that exclusive looking box, which is also cool to see. But I don't know what you guys' thoughts on it. I think you actually probably got one, right, Charlie?
I didn't get it. Yeah, I do want it because it's interesting. It looks like this isn't like a limited time, like the dunking.
Yeah, it's another thing. Yeah.
That's kind of why I didn't get it yet. Waiting for that Eddy.
Put it in that cart
because that'll be
Eddy, and then this one will disappear.
Then I'll be good. Yeah, but I really do like them, but I do agree with you. Like, I wish definitely had hats. I mean, if we could have gotten a jersey, that would have been amazing. But when you look at it at the end of the day, the reason you're not getting that is because, like you said, it's a white t-shirt. They're going to slap that logo on it with however they do it. Same with the gray hoodie. One thing I really wish they did, though, that could have made it a little bit better is like the foam fingers, for example. We should have got some color options. Yeah. Everything is just blue, I believe, which is kind of annoying.
Finger,
yeah, like I'm not. Like, I wish it was green. They had a green option or red. Like, you could have a few different colors that would have met all different teams. But, like, I'm not going to have my Jets gear on with a blue foam finger. That's like the only thing that I didn't necessarily like about it. But, beggars can't be choosers. At the end of the day, I think it's cool. And it shows that the direction they're going, which we predicted, months ago.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's a great idea, honestly, especially because football season just started. Like you said, Charlie, I think having the jersey would have been cool. Honestly, it would have been cool to have maybe like, how there's always those crazy fans that paint their face like the colors of the team. Like I think that would have been cool, or like a defense, stuff like that. Things that you see sometimes out in the crowd.
Agreed.
But again, it is pretty plain. I mean, will I get it? Probably not. But maybe if I did, I'd just get a plain Patriots one. And that's it. Call it a day. But I can get the blue finger because it kind of goes with the colors.
It works for you.
But yeah, unfortunately, like I do agree with you, dude. They should at least change some of the colors. At least keep, like, if it's like the Kansas City Chiefs, have it a red shirt. The white one goes with it because they do wear white, but like let's just say like a random team like the Browns, make it orange. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like the Vikings, purple. Just little things like that make it go a longer way for sure. But it's a cool idea, definitely for sure.
Yeah, they also had a 2-pack option, which I thought was kind of cool. So you could have done like a 2-pack or just
in the NFL box. I didn't notice that.
Well, when you go to place an order, I'd ask you, are you going to do a single one or 2-pack?
That's cool.
But yeah, what do you got, Trey? What was something?
So something that I did see that, I probably looked at a little bit more than y'all just because, Carly is a Demon Slayer fan. So obviously we talk about Demon Slayer Pops. There's this new thing called Pop Plus. And to me, there is nothing different from this Pop and any other anime, Dragon Ball Z, anything at all. Like they all have their flames in the background or at their feet or just doing some kind of action move. And it's crazy that they would consider that a Pop Plus when it's still in the same size box. You're just paying for some holographic borderline on the box. I don't know. I really don't know. Like I don't understand. I don't get it because now it's gonna be $18. I don't remember what it's exclusive to, but it is a glow in the dark.
Yeah.
I think it might even be like a triple A anime or whatever. But I think that's just very odd that they're just gonna charge, for the same pop that you would buy at a Funko shop or, at a store.
Yep.
It's just so weird to me. I mean, yeah, that's just my rant.
Yeah, I was doing a little digging on that because I was like, there's got to be something. Supposedly, it's that there's like more detail, like it's a more detailed pop, like whether it's like colors or texture or whatever, than like a standard one, I guess. I don't really know like what's the point of that.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean,
But
looking
normally
at
anime has a lot of detail, so it's kind of tough to tell if it's really, really that.
Yeah.
But I mean, this one looks pretty cool.
Yeah, let's call a spade a spade. This is for them to charge more money on certain Funko Pops that they know are doing well for them.
yeah,
This is exactly the same as a Demon Slayer Funko Pop you could have gotten a year ago, and it would have been called a normal pop.
yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, it's like ridiculous.
Like, I don't know if I can get mad at them because like it is like a decent way to try to make a little bit more money. It's just you're really upsetting your hardcore fan base who is keeping you alive.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't think this was the right time.
Yeah, it's hard because now I'm just like, dang, Carly, I gotta spend $18, almost $20 for a single pop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not bigger either.
Yeah, and I mean, I get it. A lot of them are detailed. This one looks really detailed, but again, half of them always look detailed.
Yeah. I'd have to look at like another plus one to see if that's really like a difference you can see.
That's the only thing. That's what I was thinking about too, because I was looking into it. I think that Kite Man was a plus or a deluxe or whatever. And all it had was like a kite and like a little phrase. Like I don't.
Yeah,
I don't understand that part.
It's all fake, in my opinion. It's just fake.
I don't know.
People are kind of saying some funny stuff though, because one guy on one of the posts was like, "It's the feet," and they know they got the memo where to make the money because their foot is literally straight up in the air. And then like someone else is basically saying like the box looks like it was like fan made.
Yeah.
Like when you look at like a fake Funko Pop.
Oh my God, you're right. It looks. I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
So it's so funny. I mean, the box looks cool, but
let us know in the comments below. Like, what are you thinking? Like, do you think this is justified, or is this just another way for Funko to make some more money?
Just seems like a money grab.
Yeah.
For no reason, because Pops are already more pricey than they used to be, so that's kind of already an issue.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like again, I was doing a lot of digging, and then you see like the new Batman, the Fear Gas Batman. That one has a lot of detail, even though it's mostly all black. His face is detailed, but then he has a little smoke behind his cape. Why isn't that one a plus?
Don't give him any ideas, Trey.
I'm just saying, like,
you make everything.
I'm a little mad because obviously I have to buy Demon Slayer stuff, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be a lot. I think Britney Spears is one of them, though, honestly, which is totally random. But I feel like it's going to be a lot of the anime pops.
Yeah.
Are just magically going to become pluses. But I'm going to talk about a Funko Pop that's super cool that all you had to do is it's kind of free. You just had to have the price of admission to a Red Sox game. It's David Ortiz Hall of Fame Funko Pop, which... yeah, I know, but I mean, I'm not even. I mean, I guess I'm like neutral here, but the reason I love this Funko Pop is because I think it's the first Hall of Fame one we've gotten where like they're wearing like the Cooperstown Hall of Fame logo is on the hat.
Yeah. I think there's another one.
There is.
Hat. I don't know about the jersey, but I feel like I've seen it. I don't know. I have to look into it. But yeah,
let us know. And I'm sorry if I'm misspoken, but I just think it's super cool because as big sports fans, we're always kind of saying, they do this line dirty, or it's kind of just they slap a different person's head on something. Like this one is super cool and unique. And I love that, we've talked about this, years ago, how we really wish they gave out more Funko Pops as promotions at games. There's been very few this year. I think there's been this one and maybe a Buster Posey one. And then the last one I can remember was when we got that David Wright one.
Oh
At
yeah,
a Mets
that's
game,
right.
which is also super
Oh,
weird
yeah.
because David Wright still doesn't have a Funko Pop besides that. But yeah, I think this is super sick, and I think they should be doing this more often.
Yeah, I like this one a lot. Obviously, I'm a little bit more biased because I'm a Red Sox fan, but it is different. It's not the same pose where he's holding a bat,
Yeah,
holding a
that's it.
ball, batting, or it's different because you look at the pop and how he has his arms out. He always does that. Like when all his interviews are like on ESPN, MLB Tonight, like he's always has his arm out. And then I do like how they added the number is 34 because that was his jersey number.
Mhm.
That's pretty cool. And of course, there are only 7,500 pieces, so very
Yeah.
limited.
Yeah, I mean it's cool. I mean I'm not gonna hate on it too much. I mean when we were talking about when we first saw this drop, I did say like, you know, of any Red Sox player, he was always the one that like, I never hated, even though, he obviously did too good against us. I hated him when it came to that. But yeah, it's sick. It's cool. It's interesting. It's got the Baseball Hall of Fame logo on the hat, and it obviously you can tell it's him. And then the jersey itself says Hall of Fame, which is really cool. So like it's different. It has a Red Sox exclusive sticker.
Dude,
so
that's
like
cool.
everything's just kind of unique and different.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was given out is even cooler. And it's super limited, 7,500 pieces, which is actually very limited. A lot of times the giveaways are like 10,
Yeah.
12,000
I agree.
and stuff. So like 75 is pretty nuts. So you gotta like really probably be in line. Probably not as crazy as the Shohei giveaway, which we didn't talk about that, but that line was insane. And that was just a standard bobblehead.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that.
That line was crazy. It's just funny. I just thought about that. But yeah, I mean, it's obviously cool. It's just interesting to see what this is going to be priced at because people are obviously going to resell this.
Yeah,
we'll see this probably on eBay and stuff. So being that limited, who knows what this is going to look like. But like Charlie said, we have talked about this so many times where we feel like this is what they should absolutely always do. It seems to kind of only be a couple teams that do it. So maybe like the teams aren't really into it or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they mostly always do giveaways. So it's not like an odd thing. It's just different. It's not just a standard little T-shirt or a bobblehead. It's just a Funko Pop. Like it should definitely happen more often. But yeah, I love it in the sense of like what it is and
also
what
do
it
you
means.
think?
Maybe.
Also, do you think it's because of the modern day sports where somebody doesn't stay with the team anymore? People leave, so it's kind of
that's cool. It is a better way to get them
right because like Derek Jeter. Don't get me wrong. Again, Derek Jeter always kind of crushed our dreams a lot too. Don't get me wrong, but obviously as playing as a shortstop, that one was a good pop, and the fact that one had a chase was still pretty cool.
It still never happened besides that.
Yeah, but it's like
Jackie Robinson.
Yeah, but it's like players these days are not staying to teams, and I guess for me, like I had a conversation that they just don't stay with their teams anymore. So why would I want to buy like Mookie Betts? I love Mookie Betts playing with the Dodgers now, but I'm sure that would happen over there. Like they can because obviously he's helped them out win championships, but I think maybe that's what it is because there's not really players that stay with the teams for 15 like a Mike Trout.
Yeah.
When was the last time we got a Mike Trout?
Yeah. No, I mean that is rare. But one thing too, like that Funko should be doing with these pops too, is like this Hall of Fame. Whenever people get inducted to the Hall of Fame, they should come out with these Funko Pops. Make them super limited.
Yeah.
Only go to the people that hardcore fans who want them. Heck, I don't even care if you can only get them at Cooperstown. I think it's just a super cool thing, and it's something it makes it a little more collectible, especially in the sports world. Where Trey, like you're saying, you don't want to just keep getting. Like I've even joked, like the Aaron Rodgers finally got his first Funko Pop on the Jets, and it's the old uniforms. So it's like where it just stays like something you'd always want. I think they should be doing that.
No, but I agree on the once they're inducted, like why not they do it now for the Super Bowl champions and for all these other things. Like for that should be like a moment to be something special and like these people got inducted for any of the sports really. and just like put it out there. I mean, they obviously chose this one for the Red Sox, to get the Boston fans happy because they're not making the playoffs or anything. So you got to kind of give them something to look forward to. So that's probably why they handed it to them.
Yeah. It's okay. It's okay.
But it's cool. But Boston has done this before, so they are one of the teams that tend to like to do the giveaways and stuff. So I guess we'll see more people do it, hopefully. But yeah, I agree. That one was definitely a cool pop to see. We do speaking. This isn't pop related, but obviously I want to bring it up because Charlie reminded me this was actually something coming out, and it seems to be the new thing. And we talk about all things collectibles, and this is clearly like this the year, right? Probably is like the collectible now if you're into movies at all, and it's popcorn buckets. Like that's just like the thing. Like obviously the big one was the whole Deadpool Wolverine. They made it like scandalous looking and like funny and like a meme and everything, and it's like everyone wanted to go get it. People were literally reselling those things for like crazy
insane. I
price.
really
You couldn't
that,
find
I wouldn't
them.
pay for that.
Yeah, it was insane. But since that, every major movie has one now, and it's like whether it's Regal, Cinemark,
and they all have different ones,
AMC,
different chains.
yeah, completely different. So you can go to watch the movie in a completely different place to get a different version. You can get one that's more like a standard looking one, or you can get one that looks super crazy. And this is one of those ones I think that looks super crazy. And it's supposedly on the 18th, Terrifier is coming out, Terrifier 3, which of course that's another movie that just suddenly has blown up and has been memes everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like a bunch of funny things for it. And it's one of him. It's going to be like, I guess, Christmas related. And he's like got a Santa Claus hat on. It's his whole face. It looks pretty wild. Like you can't even tell it's a popcorn bucket. Honestly, it would just be like a crazy headpiece to put somewhere, like up on a counter or something.
It's a decorative piece.
Decorative, which a lot of those ones are. Like even Beetlejuice just came out this last weekend. There was a bunch of really cool looking ones for Beetlejuice. So like, it's
Did
funny.
You see the Batman one that came out a few weeks ago of the actual bat signal?
And what's crazy is that's where you see this is at. It's glad that you said that, because it's not just like, oh, this is a new movie, we're gonna put this. Like that was a like anniversary like re-release thing that they did in theaters, and they still decided to come out with like, well, let's jump on this wave of a sick, and that was cool. You filled it up and it lit up and everything, like the bat signal. So yeah, this is obviously like really, really a big thing. And like I said, this is more of the collecting type thing. And we obviously try to talk about one-off collectible type stuff here, not just Funko. And this fits perfectly into that because, it fits a niche of horror and stuff. But all you guys obviously like the Wolverine and Deadpool ones. Like, so, there's something for all of us depending on the movie and the genre and stuff. But yeah, I don't know if you guys had same thoughts of this. I mean, it looks pretty crazy.
It's super cool. I mean, I'm totally into it. The only thing that drives me insane about it is you go to the movie and you can't even get these freaking popcorn buckets because they come out like freaking weeks before, and people legitimately just go to the movie theaters to buy these.
Yeah.
Like this has happened for like the past few ones that like I had any interest in. And I'm like, okay, like that's the only thing that's annoying about it, but it's exciting at the same time that people are actually going. There's even content creators who are making videos going to get them. Like I know some people actually dressed up as Batman and went to AMC and it was like, I want the popcorn bucket.
Wow.
It's just like, it's funny. But I'm all about it because I think it's super cool.
Yeah, they look cool. All of them have been, pretty awesome. I'm not a big popcorn bucket collector, but so here there's only like 2 theaters, and once usually somebody will buy them all, and then that's it. Like we only have AMC, and then we only have Cinemark. We don't have anything. Well, Alamo Draft House, but that's it.
Get this Terrifier, bro. Cinemark. Get it.
Might have to if I can, but I mean, it looks cool. Kind of cool to just have for Halloween, honestly.
Yeah, for Halloween, it looks crazy.
But I mean, dude, let's keep going because I'm even going to change it up. Another thing, and I actually made a short about this, but Lego, they came out with a Nightmare Before Christmas, and this thing is super sick. This is more of an adult type Lego, which they've done a great job of making sets that are, obviously family friendly, just for kids, just for adults. But this one is just super detailed. It's from the Lego's ideas. I mean, you have the actual like cliff that Jack and Sally are on. You're getting the trick-or-treaters in like the tub. You're getting like the castle where Sally is. Captive, just Halloween Town, the Mayor. It's super cool. I love the Lego ideas lines, and I don't think any of us here. I'm probably collect the most Lego out of anyone, but I wish I was more into Lego. But whenever I build them, and I build tons with my son, they all ultimately just break them all. So it's just like I can't really be like buying this and building it right now. Part of my life, but super cool.
Yeah, I agree. You gotta have space and time, and there's like a lot. Like Lego, there's a new Zelda, there's a new Harry
The
Potter.
Zelda
like,
one is so cool.
Lego was
really
going
want
heavy
that.
with like the stuff. But yeah, I agree. That one was definitely like. I mean, obviously we like Nightmare Before Christmas, so that's one that fits up our alley as well. But yeah, Lego. So I have one Batman like cow bust thing, and it took a while to build, and like after that I'm like, dude, this is. And then after moving, dude, it was hilarious. I literally put tissue paper stuff all around it and put it in its own box. Like it basically a pet taped it up, and that was the only thing in there, because I'm like, I'm not taking this apart because it would not go back together.
No.
If I do that, I guarantee I would never, and it's just going to the trash at that point. So I was like, I got to figure this out, and I just put it in its own thing. But like, it just made me think like moving these kind of things would be insane. So like, the people that have crazy sets and like full rooms, like power to you guys, because that's wild. No way.
Yeah, Legos are. I like Legos. There's nothing wrong. I mean, I like putting them together. I know Carly has quite a bit, mostly like Harry Potter stuff. And she actually likes the what are they? The brickheads.
Oh, those are cool.
Yeah, so she has quite a bit of those. She likes build like I just got her the Groot and then the Rocket. Now she wants to Venomize Groot, and she likes building those. Those are pretty cool. But yeah, Legos are cool. I just don't really buy them too much, really, for Carly.
Yeah, you need a lot of time and space.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
But one thing I did see too is the TJ Maxx and Marshalls and all the discount stores getting all these random things like the Diecast Black Panther. It's weird because weren't they? I could be wrong. I don't remember. $50, right, on the website.
Oh yeah,
the full retail is $50.
Even though it says compare at 32.
Yeah, compare to 32, which
they bought it at clearance, I guess.
Yeah, at the end of the day, $24.99, you're still getting half off. Mm-hmm. But it's crazy that now this is showing up at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, I'm sure, Ross. I mean, a lot of
this is a steal if you find this and want this for your collection.
And get the chase.
We talk about diecast all the time on here. It's obviously dead.
Yeah,
but this is your opportunity to get one if you've ever been thinking about one. If you come across one, in my opinion, if you find one in one of these stores,
it's crazy. And then, well, just like I sent y'all that video yesterday, somebody made a Pop Yourself. And then they donated it.
Please talk about that.
What was it? They donated a Pop Yourself. And so when somebody was thrifting or whatever, they found a Pop and they were like, well, who's Elijah? Elijah was somebody that made themselves. And then obviously in the video, you see, I guess it was like they mentioned at the beginning of Pop Yourself, where like the hair was not fully on. It was completely just, not a great one compared to what they are now. So that's why I'm assuming why it got donated. But that's crazy too, the fact that people are donating the Pop Yourselves.
I know. Part of me thinks, though, do you think that's a joke? Or like someone put it there knowing something like this would happen, like, or they thought it was funny. Or I thought that whole thing was so strange.
Maybe.
Yeah, it was a little bit odd. But this one is interesting though, seeing like diecast. Cause, I don't know if there was a bigger truther and lover of diecast than like myself and even Charlie for a little while. No. Like I absolutely loved them, and I thought it was such a cool like premium product, and it was worth the money. And like it was when the chase part came out, I was like, that wasn't the best. That killed it. But yeah, it was just more like, this is such a cool looking, like when you set it up and everything, it just looks amazing. But yeah, it was pricey, so a lot of people didn't want it. But clearly, like, they just stopped doing it, of course. And they obviously just have tons that they're trying to get rid of. And I mean, people are even like in the comments all over saying like, you can see like that these look like they were double stickered up. Like there's a lot of stickers on them. Like were these opened at one point? Are they essentially just going to all be commons pretty much if you're grabbing it, like if chases were not the ones given to them? Like it's interesting to see, but these obviously they're just trying to get rid of them, because even someone else in the comments said that they actually pulled one of these in one of those mystery boxes on the Funko site.
Oh.
And it was a chase. So like, they're clearly like, instead of the warehouse sale, like, I mean, not to go down a crazy rabbit hole, but like, I guess you guys could just quickly say, like, are you more in line with them doing this or doing the warehouse when it comes to like just getting rid of stuff?
I prefer this.
Yeah.
I think it gives it a second life. Some people may get into their hands that have. I think it's a smart move by Funko that may not. This may sound crazy, but they may not really know what Funko is, and then they look it up, or it gets them more in where the warehouse sale. I get why they do it, but like that ultimately just brings in flippers and crazy people.
Yeah. And not everyone can get there.
Yeah,
like, this kind of gives
like
you a
this
better
better.
shot.
Yeah.
I agree.
I agree too. I think it's a lot better, but I guess it just depends too in where you're at part of the country, right? Like like Charlie, you found, or somebody found that Hall H or Freddy Funko, and dude, the best thing I found here was some box lunch sodas from Ratatouille. Like that's the best thing I've ever found at the ones
really
here
is distributed randomly,
right? Like this person found the
that was
Panther.
a unicorn. I feel like finding that was a unicorn, but you're right. It depends the part of the country you live in. Like I have out of the Marshalls, TJ Maxx's, and like all over me, and I do enjoy going to those. So like, but now you're seeing it's the same ones there that nobody wants.
Yeah. So,
it's just interesting.
Yeah, and maybe it's, I don't know where these people are finding them. Maybe they're closer to like maybe where the warehouse is, maybe like in the Arizona Buckeye area. I don't know. But yeah, it's just, I find that kind of sucks because there's only, again, where I'm at, there's one of pretty much everything except for Walmart's, but everything else there's usually one of everything. So if you don't get to the Marshalls or the Ross or on time or when they open, you're not gonna get nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely different over here. They're all over.
They're all
these
over.
stores are like insane. Some of these, especially the discount ones.
And they're an East Coast company though. Anyway, they're actually a Massachusetts-based company.
Oh, okay.
Well, so that makes sense. Yeah, because you down there, you named some stores, whether it's a grocery store or a big box store like that we've never even heard of or we don't have at all. So like it's definitely a little different. But we also have some NFT news. I know we haven't talked about that, but I don't know if you guys wanted to kind of touch base on that, because we also had the last time we spoke, basically we were waiting for the big, I think TMNT was the one that was going to be coming out. Yeah, we're like, what's going to happen in September? We don't know, and we haven't been able to talk about it, but we did get the 2 announcements that are going to be coming out in September. Actually, is today one of them?
Today's
one of them.
Cartoon Network ones.
Cartoon Network one, yeah, the one that probably we're all kind of lesser inclined to even try to get or want to get. There are some fans out there, some people going crazy for these and how they look, how they should look, but we are gonna move past that because we're not really into Cartoon Network. So we got like Samurai Jack, Space Ghost, Courage, Cowardly Dog. We got is that Dexter's Laboratory, I think, and then there's an Eddy one, which is the Freddy one, which. It's kind of funny. I don't really know that character. Like, I obviously remember Ed and Eddy, but only really them. I don't really remember like the other people.
Like, I was never a Cartoon Network person, like ever. I like Nickelodeon and I like Disney,
but definitely not any of these. I never really watched any of these, honestly. To be honest, maybe Ed and Eddy randomly.
So for me, like these are a complete miss. But like you said, Migs, like I know
it's niche.
There's tons of people gonna love these stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I watched Cartoon Network. Like I remember Courage coming out when it first debuted, and I was like, oh, that's not my thing, but I remember watching it. It was cool. Dexter's Laboratory, I liked watching that, And then I think that's the best one, honestly, the Freddy out of all of them.
Agreed.
It does look cool, like as a Freddy.
Yeah.
But then the second set is a little more, I guess. Something that maybe we want to get. Right?
The second set's freaking awesome, in my opinion. The second one we're getting is Alien, which like I'm a Alien fan. Like I'm not like a huge fan. I think I have like 2 pops. And when I heard this was coming out, I was like, okay, whatever. But when we saw the glams, in my opinion, like this is like an NFT set. I mean, it's spanning from some of the movies. The Freddy Funko with the chest buster coming out of him. I mean, that may be, in my opinion, one of the best Freddy Funkos they've ever made in the NFTs. And I like, maybe it's recency bias, but even though I thought the Krang one was amazing, but I see this, I'm like, that pulled me in, and then I'm like, wow, all of these other Funko Pops are special. And now they're special for now until they're not. But let's hope. I feel like Funko's learned their lesson from that. I feel like they're gonna wash out what's ever been in production. They're never gonna make that mistake again. And Alien is niche enough where I don't think they're gonna have the greed like they did with like House of Dragon. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Or Power Rangers.
Yeah. They look cool though, honestly. I remember watching.
Have you seen Alien before, Trey?
Yes, I have. I have seen it. My cousin used to.
There you go.
There you go. My cousin,
I feel like the OG. Everyone's kind of had to have seen one of the first.
Yeah, like my cousin used to make me watch it. I was really wanting to watch Free Willy, but he made me watch this.
Free Willy. Now that's legendary.
You need that pop.
So like whenever I saw the Ripley, like dude, that one's pretty cool. The Freddy Funko is awesome. I do like the what is it? The alien where it's metallic and glow in the dark. That one's pretty cool. I like the combination, the metallic and glow in the dark. I think that's different for sure. I don't think they've done that before.
No, I don't think they have. I mean, even like the Ash, which is the head, the pilot engineer, which is a grail. Like to me, that's like a huge grail. Like I think they just did this right. Like sometimes you're like, okay, they just chose something to be the grail. This or that. I mean, but once again, the Turtles ones, which we haven't really gotten to talk about the aftermath of those. I mean, that was epic too. Like, I know. And it's annoying because Trey's video got messed up. Mine never showed the cards for everything I opened, which is super annoying. Yeah. It's legitimately the back of every card. Like, I don't know why Drop is still having these problems, but that set was obviously super epic.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that was. And just to touch base on the alien thing, I agree. It's definitely a great set. And I think this is one of those sets that like every one you're like, okay, that's pretty cool, or that's sick, or that's great. It's not like, oh, that was trash, or why they come out with this. Like, so it kind of gives it a good balance on like what they came out. Obviously, the timing is good because we have the newest Alien movie, all coming out. Speaking of popcorn buckets, it was crazy looking alien popcorn buckets, which were wild.
A lot of people had fun with that one and the Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, that one was wild. A funny thing that I just thought of because I started thinking about the new movie is they have a new line as well for the new movie, like regular Funko Pops. And it was hilarious because Funko kind of teamed up with the actors. And they had like this short video. I don't know if you've seen this. It's like a video.
I didn't know they made Funko Pops for the new movie. I forgot about that.
Yeah, there's like 3. So they show like they show. I think it's like the alien and like 2 of the main characters. Girl. Yeah, the girl and one of the guys. But there's 3. There's 3 main characters in there, and they're all like, "Oh, look, this is sick." And the girl's like, "Oh my god, it looks like this." But there's one guy who didn't get a pop. Was there one of the actors? And you could just tell it seems so awkward because they're just like all hyped, like, "Oh my god, I can't believe they made these. This is me." And I think it's like one of the guys and a girl, and there's another guy, and he didn't get a Funko Pop. It's just like, why was he even there, bro? Like, it just looked hilarious.
I need to see this video. I did not see that.
I don't know where it was that I seen. I gotta find it. But I remember seeing it and just thinking it was so fun. It might be on Funko, like one of those ones that they did like a collab thing to kind of promote it. But yeah, it was hilarious. But it was, fitting that it fits into like now they're gonna have Alien coming. I mean, Alien has been around for so long. They've made so many different sequels and remakes and all that.
There's
kind
a
of
TV
stuff.
show coming out.
Oh yeah, so they're really going heavy with it. But it's a good
Disney owns it now.
time. Really? Oh
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So it's interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we'll see kind of how these drops go. Overall, not as heavy as like the last month. So like we got to see what's going to come in October. Hopefully, that's when our Halloween drop comes, which we know
that's wild.
Definitely one I love.
That doesn't.
So
it's crazy that amazing drop is a year ago. The zombie ones almost.
Same. Yeah, I love that drop. That was probably of all time one of my top ones of any of the drops. But yeah, it's interesting to see they got some big shoes to fill because the first one was good too, and the second one was just as great. So let's see what we got going forward. And I did want to bring this up because I know we thought this was pretty funny that Funko, they always love getting into the meme game.
Yep.
And they make a lot of, pops, which I just thought about this, but they still haven't done the Wolverine one, which I don't get why they.
Dude, that is actually a rumor to be coming out.
I mean, I feel like it's been rumored, and now we keep getting these other ones, and it's like
I agree. I know,
but we do have like a handful. We got a Skeletor one, which is when he's like kind of laying down, almost like reminds you of the Jurassic Park guy,
yes,
Ian whatever,
Ian
Malcolm.
Why did I say McCallum?
Yeah, the last time, bro, when that pop came out,
that's
one of
so
us did,
weird. Yeah.
I'm
looking at Lord of the Rings
right
now. I'm like looking at
McCallum, or is there another guy like that? Is that why?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, there's Lord of the Rings one, Boromir. I don't really know that meme. Oh, that's the one where he's got his hand like.
Yeah, the pop isn't that.
It doesn't look like it.
No, agreed.
Yeah. So, but that's obviously one of the funny ones. We have the SpongeBob where he's like getting up out of the chair. And then there's Agatha one, which is like winking, which that obviously blew up all over the place as well. So I'm not going to get any of these, but it's cool that they're doing it. I was a fan of like the This Is Fine dog when they did that. And then they had the Homer from the Shrub. So like it's perfect that they do this. Like I'm very happy they do it. What's interesting about this set though is the boxes. They all have a meme.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
I don't know if it's a sticker or it's just part of the box.
I thought that was
or
cool.
Whatever. But it kind of just shows you like, yeah, this is what we're doing. We're playing off of a meme. So, yeah. But what do you guys think?
I think these are cool. I mean, I don't think I'll be getting any of them, but I like the idea of them. It's fun. And this is another Funko Pop that's someone who may not love Funko Pops, but you can maybe get them as a present because they love the meme they shared in your group chat or whatever.
That was exactly what I was going to say, especially with the SpongeBob, because there's a guy in my group chat. He always puts that SpongeBob. I'm like, that would be so perfect. But that's so funny you said that.
Well, there you go. So great minds think alike, and Funko actually did something smart.
Yeah.
I mean, I think these are great. Like, they probably won't be out in time, but these would play like a great Christmas present or like a Secret Santa type thing.
Yeah.
I think they're super cool.
Yeah.
Something that's not cool though is the death of sodas, and they really, really want sodas to be dead by announcing a Princess Carol one, aka from the Marvels. I mean, no, dude, do you know I don't know anyone who would buy this soda. I'm not trying to be harsh. This is like a joke.
Nope.
Weird.
Nope.
I almost feel like these were probably going to come out with a common line when the movie came out, and they're like, no one wants these. And now someone found them in the warehouse, and they're like, oh, we can slap a box lunch sticker on there and see if people will buy it.
They're not numbered either, which is like, my God.
The Disney shows will buy it who like loved this movie because they're the only people who did. And I see this and I'm just like, I would have cut the loss.
Yeah.
Sorry. I had
send them to Ross.
Yeah, send them straight there, dude. They should be a Ross exclusive.
Dude, Ross. Screw the Ross. Send them to the dump, bro. Yeah. Like, we don't even need them.
Put the poop emoji as the sticker.
Jeez, just crush them and keep the aluminum, bro. Like, what the hell?
This is bad.
Yeah, definitely not good.
Yeah.
I love sodas,
I don't know what
but
to do.
Yeah. But that's funny. But also, I don't know.
Could you imagine it's the last soda to come out?
Dude, yeah,
Because it
that was
doesn't look
bro.
like there's a soda in the New York Comic Con leak so far.
no, there is not.
No. Yeah, man, they're really done, which is crazy, but
I love
that is
sodas.
not the way to go out. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That terrible thing.
Did y'all see that local 7-Elevens could possibly have chases now?
Yes, I did. I saw Lord Pops find a Joker from Batman '89 there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Totally random.
Yeah,
That's
so
pretty cool though. Because
I've never seen a pop in my 7-Eleven.
I've always
Me either.
checked. I've always checked like the Stripes, the 7-Elevens, just to you never know. And I never got lucky.
I can't even. The fact that like the 7-Eleven is the last store I would ever think
Dude,
that would
you're gonna
have these.
I
Because like I know they had exclusives. I remember when they had the wrestling exclusives and
They had
stuff.
the
Like Rey
Deadpool.
Mysterio.
Yeah.
And the Rey Mysterio one. And like, but I always saw like, what the hell? That makes no sense. Like Marshalls, TJ Maxx, like I kind of get it. There's toys in there. There's things, but dude, bro, like I could just picture like a 7-Eleven employee going to get shipment and it's like freaking hot dogs and chips and then fucking box of pops. Like, what
No,
the
you're
hell
right. It's
is
funny you say
going
that.
on?
So, like, speaking of their employees too, I'll never forget when they came out with the Blacklight Slurpee Funko Pop a few years ago. I really wanted that. Okay, I called like every 7-Eleven around me, and they're like, "What's a Funko Pop?
7-Eleven had a phone number.
What's a
bro.
Funko Pop?" I don't. None of them knew what it was. So there you go. If
That's
your own employees, you
insane.
can't even train your employees to tell them. Like they made, I don't know if you remember this. Like Funko made a big deal about this one. It came out on 7-Eleven, like their own, social media team at the time was just like, this is a new exclusive pop, and it was when Blacklight was hot, and none of the
I don't
7-Elevens
remember
knew what
that.
it was.
Yeah. No, it was bad. It was bad.
Dude, I don't. The only one I remember is the Rey Mysterio. There was a 7-Eleven
Well,
exclusive.
there was that Deadpool one that was like super up there. It was like the gray suit. That one was
Yep.
up there.
Yeah, the X-Force one.
Yeah, the X-Force one. That one was up there.
Random.
Yeah.
See, like the Slurpee, that makes sense.
Yes.
All right, it's clearly like
It was like the ad icon for them. I get it.
Exactly. That 100% makes sense. But just random Batman, like random pops, like come on, that's just
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know, dude.
I can't even imagine.
No, it
finding
makes
that.
absolutely no sense. There's just no point.
None at all. Yeah, insane. I don't know if there's anything else that was like super
No, I feel like
newsworthy. Wasn't too much going on. Obviously, we did talk about a lot of stuff, but we're obviously gonna just kind of, I guess, foreshadow. We're gonna start seeing more Christmas stuff coming out already, because there was some gingerbread stuff actually that was like announced, which I think those pops are so ridiculous still that they make so many of them.
The Harry Potter ones.
Yeah, Harry Potter. Oh my god, they did obviously a bunch of other ones before, but there's other stuff that's gonna be coming out. Obviously, we're gonna have Halloween stuff as well, which they've kind of already been coming out, but maybe we'll get more going forward. And then I guess the last thing I did want to touch on, just to kind of maybe just get your thoughts, because I know this is like in the news right now, is just the whole hobbyDB thing.
Yeah. Just
because obviously that was like the pop price guide essentially, and it switched to hobbyDB, and they use pop price guide to kind of. I still go on the site to look for certain pricing because they seem to be the most accurate, because the Funko app just completely
terrible,
doesn't work anymore.
Does anybody still even have that?
That's what I'm saying. Like that made no sense anymore. So this
it's
was
sad.
similar. You can make your collection. I know a lot of big companies like $7 a pop, they actually use this to buy collections. So like if you ever want to sell to them, you have to send them your link of like your list on hobbyDB, and they'll kind of price it based off of that. So like, it's been out there, but supposedly now they're doing this whole big transition to like a premium feature, which is going to be like how you can see your collection value, where you can have your top 10s and you can share your collection to people and stuff. So you have to pay like a subscription now, which is either $5 a month, or you can pay $10 a quarter, or you can pay $30 a year. So $30 a year, it's not like a crazy.
No.
We pay more for ridiculous things like monthly and stuff, so it's not like too crazy. But I guess it's just kind of the out of nowhere hitting us with this like something that you never had to pay for. And I'm assuming you can still go on and search and not have to pay.
can.
It's more like the whole like actual, which I didn't really use it much besides just for searching. So to me, it's not a huge difference. But I know a lot of people are talking to hobbyDB and trying to dig into what's going on. And I believe it's kind of because, if I'm not mistaken, it had something to do with like their ads on their website. Like they're not going to have that. And obviously that was kind of a way of revenue for them. So I'm assuming that's why they're switching to this. Is it something to do with that, or like that was like one thing?
So they're not making as much money anymore through their ads on their website.
Yeah.
So this is their way of, making up those costs, which I guess makes sense. People aren't as crazy about Funko as they were when they, were going nuts. I mean, quite frankly, they probably always should have just done a subscription service and no one would be bitching about it. It's a weird time to be doing this. I think it's going to ultimately turn into someone else who is good with building code and their own websites, making a new one for free. That's better, in my opinion, because even though, like you said, I don't think $30 for a whole year for this, if you like swear by it, is that big of a deal. But it's more just principle on certain people. Quite frankly, Funko should have just bought them instead of left them out to dry.
They never just did their own thing, man.
Yeah, it's weird. It's super weird because clearly eBay, whatever system they're using, just doesn't work.
Yeah.
I don't. It's just weird. It's sad. It's just funny you bring up the Funko app. I'm really hoping this new regime decides we need to make a better app. I feel like they will, and could maybe bring some excitement back to using it in house. But the whole collection trackers is just a joke. So I think that's why people are so pissed, because this was their go-to.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was gonna say. It's just, dude, I don't know. I don't know if you're like in my headset or
Brain
like
sinks.
I don't know if we have the chip that Elon Musk has been installing, but that's literally what I was gonna say. I think eventually somebody's gonna come around. It's gonna be, all the hype. Everybody's gonna be all excited about it. Go to that, use that as a reference, kind of just like Whatnot, right? Everybody used Whatnot for so long. Now it's Encore. It's something.
Fanatics Live,
there's always going to be something coming once they're like, oh, we have to pay for this now, or once changes, nobody likes it, and be like, oh yeah, somebody else is coming. So I'm sure within maybe a few months, maybe a year, we'll see somebody come around. Hey, we got this website, basically do the exact same thing but for free, because everybody likes free, especially now, because like you said, Funko isn't where it was 3-4 years ago. It's kind of plummeted as far as value, if that's what you're looking for. Like for me, I used hobbyDB. I still do when I go places and there's not a price, and I'm like, okay, what's the value? And then I ask the person what they're selling it for. I'm like, okay, that's fair, or damn, that's too much, or you know what I mean, But I did also use that to share with other stores whenever I was selling stuff or whatever, and I'm like, hey, this is what I got, what are you valuing? But now you have to pay. It's kind of annoying, if I'm being honest.
Agreed. I think that's the biggest thing that people are upset about.
Especially because it's you've done it for so long and that was never an issue, and now you're gonna have to switch it up if you really want to continue using it or take advantage of these little features or whatever it may be. But like you said, maybe somebody will do that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Thrilljoy, maybe that's what they're doing. They're making their own site.
Well, I'm happy you just said it, because I actually don't want to bring this up before we end this episode. Thrilljoy is officially shown that they are coming to New York Comic Con. We all knew that.
They have a booth.
But they have a booth. It's not that far from Funko's booth. I feel like people are leaving Funko and going over to Thrilljoy. I'm getting pretty pumped for Thrilljoy. I know I already was, but I feel like Thrilljoy is going to be pretty hype. Have either of you changed your opinion on this? Or what are you thinking?
I don't know. Let us know in the comment section down below too, by the way. What's your thoughts on it?
I'm not going to say that I am, because we still have no idea what it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're essentially just getting excited for a name and a person who's running it, which is good, but We have no idea. Like, it could literally be
Hanna-Barbera.
Barbie dolls. Like, they're making like their own versions of Barbie dolls. Are you gonna love it then? Probably not. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we still have to figure out what is this gonna be. And like, chances are it's gonna be something that we'll probably enjoy, especially if there's like IPs and stuff attached to it. But I'm just waiting to see what the heck it is. And the fact that they're gonna have a booth at NYCC and we don't have any news still as to what this stuff is kind of interesting because Comic-Con's coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the big unveiling. I mean, could you imagine if when Brian left the company, he's like, "Yep, you got to stop making sodas because I'm going to make something just like that for my new company."
Yeah, that would be kind of wild. But what's crazier is like it's literally like 2 booths over from Funko, essentially. Like it's right there. It's like Funko takes up this whole corner because they're massive, but like right up the side, essentially, is going to be where Thrilljoy is. So it's
interesting.
Like, is that on purpose? Is that like not up to them?
Oh, it's
like,
definitely on purpose.
Reed Pop just putting them there or whatever, but I don't know. It's going to be crazy when we go there, though. That's for sure. Just to at least see what it is, unless we get like some type of update or something beforehand to give us an idea what the heck this company's doing.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to get teased a little. I feel like you have to, even just to get the hype for people to want to go to the booth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then even Mike, man, I still think it's hilarious. Mike is still making all his normal videos if he still works for Funko, talking about Funko stuff, and like he still hasn't taken any of that stuff out of his Instagram profile, which I think is super weird.
Well, did he have a date? He said he was going to be at New York Comic Con. Like, was this supposed to be effective right away? You know what I'm saying?
That's the vibe they gave.
Yeah. Maybe he's finishing the year off.
Right? No, maybe. It'll be interesting. I want to see him after the con if he's there.
Yeah, we'll see if he's there. It'd be interesting. But, all right, that's going to be the episode. We got some interesting news. We'd love to hear from you guys. Make sure, if you haven't already, that you're liking this video and you're smashing that thumbs up button for sure. Please help us. Obviously subscribe to the channel as well. And like we've been saying, comment down below anything that you guys, any comments you have on any of the stuff that we talked about. Anything that, want to hear going forward, we'll continue to do so. Hopefully we get a little bit more exciting stuff coming in the next week or so, and we'll continue to let you guys know, our thoughts on everything. But Charlie, Trey, you guys can do the honors, let everyone know.
So I'll let everyone know, as you do know, you should go follow us at Collector Chatter on Instagram, and then at Collector_Charlie, at Pop_Migs, and at STX_Collectibles. Obviously on YouTube. Why have you not subscribed yet? Even though we are climbing, the shorts have been helping us, but I mean, we got to get to 1,000. Like, could you help us get to 1,000 subscribers
before the end of the year? Before the end of the year.
Brain sick again. Before the end of the year.
Yeah,
let us know. We need it before the end of the year.
Do we need to do a giveaway for the 1,000? Should
I'll give some stuff away. I got plenty in the storage bin.
Giveaways. Come on. Let people know.
We will brainstorm what we each got, because maybe we'll do 3 different things, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then we'll give 3 different items away for 1,000. Right? I mean, that would be fair.
Let's do it. I think that's fair.
Hopefully,
let's get to 1,000.
Next episode, we will find out what we're giving away for 1,000. So please, like, comment, subscribe, follow us on all social media platforms.
Thank you.
Do it.
So please do it. Comment, like this video, and subscribe. Collecting is the way. Until next week, later, everyone.
Later.
Peace.